I want to do a quick poll. By a show of hands, at any time in your career, not just right now, but at any time in your career, how many of you have had to work with a colleague or a boss who was unhelpful or perhaps outright toxic, by a show of hands? Okay, hands down. So we've all been there. Second poll, by show of hands. How many of you believe that you personally, when interacting with your colleagues or your staff, are unhelpful or outright toxic? Okay. Now here's the problem, folks. The math doesn't add up. Okay? We have all, in our careers, encountered unhelpful, toxic coworkers and bosses, but yet none of us feel that we are toxic or unhelpful. And what this really gets to is the importance, I think, of personal Net Promoter Score, because it fosters self-reflection. Because it might not be intentional, but it's possible that the way you are interacting with people, that the impression that they're getting is different from what you would expect. Do you remember I had that statistic up earlier about how 80% of companies say, yeah, we're delivering a great customer experience, but only 8% of their customers agree? The very same thing could apply with leaders who might be looking through the experience that they provide through rose-colored glasses. And so I encourage you to, as you're about to interact with someone in the workplace, pause for a moment and say, am I about to engage this person in a way that's going to turn them into a promoter? And if the answer is no, then pause for a moment and ask yourself, what could I maybe do differently that would help accomplish that? Because if you want to create promoters in the marketplace, you have to start by creating promoters in the workplace. And that job falls on your shoulders as leaders in the organization.